wrapping my thighs.
I'm wrapping my tummy.
Okay, we are live, guys. We are live, and Stephanie.
I gotta take a picture of this.
Hi, guys. Welcome to our webinar. Today we're going to be talking about getting distributors. I know a lot of you want to know how we get our distributors and how to close your distributors, and some of you are talking to potential distributors, and they're still potential distributors. They shouldn't be potential distributors. They should be a distributor already. You should have already closed them. So today we're actually going to teach you how to close distributors. So we're going to go ahead and get started with some recapping information. And Patrice, go ahead and start us off.
Fantastic. Hey, y'all. So of course I'm Patrice. Nice to see you guys. So I am excited because you guys all have goals, whether it be ruby, emerald, diamond, or above. And of course, we know a big piece of our business is making sure that we're connecting with our prospects and having them understand exactly what it is that we can offer them. Not so much as a company, what's what it is for you. People are being led by you guys. They want to feel like when they start this business, they're going to be led, they're going to be nurtured, and all the feelings they have aren't more important than what they're going to learn. Is it like a background noise to you guys?
A little bit. I hear it.
I don't really hear it much. I mean, I'm in a quiet area, so there's no background noise on mine.
Okay, I feel like we were at the ocean, which sounded amazing. But I'm not sure why I was doing that. Okay, so what I wanted to do tonight with you guys is just run you through my own personal script. And Lily's going to actually do like a role play with me so you guys can hear exactly how, when I talk to DT, what it is that I say, how I handle the conversation, and what kind of feedback or conversation that we have throughout that experience. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually share this with you guys, right? So can you guys see this okay?
Yes, we see it now.
You see it? Okay. This is my own personal agenda. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's like feedback when I talk. Maybe it's my mic. I don't know.
I hope everybody's screenshotting this and taking pictures.
I can send you guys a copy too. But this is what I use, so hopefully you guys can hear me okay. The first thing I do when a prospect calls me, no matter what their question is, if they call and say, hey, how do I join your team? Hey, I want to get more information about what you do. Hey, how do I get started? Whatever that question is, I'm like, hey, awesome, I'm really excited to learn more about you, to kind of teach you more about what I do. And actually, the very first thing I'll do is say, well, how much do you know about us so far? Like, what have you learned? Because most folks that prospect with me found me on Instagram. I want to say for distributors, like 99% of my distributors came directly from Instagram. So I'll ask them to find out what they've learned so far, just start following me. And at that point, once they kind of say, well, I know you guys sell wraps, so you guys do this or that, I'm like, well, awesome, I'm glad you know at least a little bit so far, right? And I'll say, well, I'm Patrice, I'm a presidential diamond with It Works Global, and I immediately tell them my own story, like how I got here. So what I highlighted here was how it works, offering you guys a solution to a problem that you previously had or have. So when I talk to people, it's not just, oh, I joined the business and I'm making money. It's I'm actually giving them the rundown as to what problems I had before I joined. So for me to look at A, what was your lowest point or your turning point before joining It Works? For me personally, I couldn't pay my own bills. I couldn't afford gas. I couldn't afford groceries. I couldn't afford my own work clothes. And I was, working 40 hours a week. I'm a master's degree. I worked for the government. I felt like I worked really hard and that I should be able to cover my own bills. So having to humble myself and take hand-me-downs for work was my lowest point. This is one of the points that people struggle with because we like to be proud. Like, no one wants to talk about that time in their life that they felt the lowest, where they felt, the saddest. But you guys have to understand that when you are transparent and you release that part of your story, people really understand you. They understand your drive. They understand why you're here. So it really gives them that comfort of if they're coming to you at their own lowest point, which a lot of folks do. When they come to me, they're desperate, not in a way like I gotta make money, but like they're crushed. Life has like worn them out. So you have to be willing to share your lowest point if you want them to connect with you with what they're going through. So I connect that part with B. I give them part of my fear. You know, I didn't always know that it works was going to be my option. So I tried to work a part-time job, right? So I let them know I wasn't always like, I'm going to be a network marketing girl. I tried to work a second job and I was way tired working 12 hours between my full-time job and my part-time job. I was sleeping in my car in between shifts, you know? So I considered this opportunity because I saw a way to help people that was going to also allow for me to make money in the process. So with C, I cover, you know, the product and how nervous I was to join, but how I saw people really wanted the product. I was excited. I noticed that people were, you know, trying that one wrap. They were paying me wrap cash. I actually paid my rent the first month in just wrap cash. So you may not feel like you have a huge success story, but when I was wrapping people and making 25, 50 bucks, 100 bucks a night, or just from a wrap party, like something has happened in your business that's for, like letter D says, that you've been able to do something with your earnings. You guys have bought groceries, you guys have paid a bill, you guys have, you know, paid for daycare, date night, whatever it is that you've done with your business. I want you guys to tell people that. Be proud of that. You'd be so surprised at how many people don't believe me anymore. When I talk about how much me I earn, my husband earns, we earn as a family, people no longer believe us. But people will believe you when you say, like, I made enough money to cover my nail appointment, my hair appointment, my kids, you know, soccer practices. Like, that's the kind of stuff that people join for because ends aren't meeting enough for them to take care of the basic needs. And then letter E, what are your goals and why is It Works the avenue? So why did you choose It Works to, you know, maybe want to build a house? Or why did you choose It Works to maybe retire or work here full time or have more savings? Like, why are you so excited about this company? Because of course you can make money doing anything. You guys can make money working extra hours overtime. You can make money at a different job, a different business. But give them while you're excited about where you are, right? So number two is when I ask them to tell me more about themselves, you know. And I'm an active listener. I'm listening for ways in which me and the prospect are similar. So I recorded a call that I did with the prospect so you guys can hear that too. And, you know, she was telling me how she works in property management and it's really long hours and she actually has, I think, sickle cell. And it makes her really sick and she's not able to have the energy to work her job every day. So when I heard that, I'm like, well, I can relate to you in the sense of where you work and how hard you have to work because I used to work in HR, so I understand how hard she has to work to keep her position. So you'll always find something about everyone that you guys love that you guys can relate on, and I'm them my friend. Like you become friends with people that you're similar to. So I always find a way that I'm like, I understand how you feel. Like I felt like that too. You guys all understand because Lily and Stephanie all taught you what disc is. So I determine when I'm talking to them what their category of disc is, and I speak more about their category. What would they care most about based off of what they told me about themselves, right? And as I'm saying that, I'm covering number four. Based off of how they describe themselves, I offer reasons for why they'd be perfect for what we do. You know, for that example, which you guys, again, I'll let you guys hear that. For her, I'm like, you'd be awesome because you work in property management. You already have to lease apartments to people and get them really excited about where they're going to move to and the pricing and all of that. So I knew she'd be fantastic because she already had experience. But everyone who, if you're a mom, if you're a college student, if you've ever been a supervisor, an employee, like everyone has a reason why they'd be amazing. So if you learn more about them, you can kind of help encourage them based off of what those things are and what you think they'd be good at. So I'm just really encouraging the people like, you have a skill set that's going to make you fantastic and how easy the business could be for them because they have that skill set. Number five, I do reinforce the support that they'll receive from us between Facebook, group me, training. Most people are really scared to join because they don't know how to be successful beforehand. So this just the reassurance that like you're gonna be an amazing leader to them, that you're gonna help them grow, help them learn, answer all their questions, and reassure them that they're gonna have the support so when you have questions that are growing, you can get that through you. So after that point, that's when I explain if they're ready, the business builder kit, what it comes with, the 4 wraps so they can meet back their investment, their website, access to corporate training, and their marketing materials. And then I mentioned $99, but I don't just go off, oh, it costs this, it costs that. You want to give the kit value. So I'm going to give you guys an analogy in a minute, but people have to understand what they're going to get before you ask them for something. So I always explain everything they get with their kit before I mention the cost of it, so they know it's not just paying to get in the business, you're actually getting a bunch of really cool things. And at that point, I ask for any questions that I can answer for them, and I offer to get them started right now. So I'll say, well, if you're free, I would love to get you trained right now, get you some orientation, so you can learn more about what we do and how to get started. So if you're ready, I can actually get your business builder kit sent right out to you, and we can go ahead with your training. And at that point, I sign them up, and they're on the team. So I actually just signed up a distributor today, and I just got done with her. So, like, this is something that I do all the time, and I close my folks from. So before we do the role play, Lily or Stephanie, is there anything that you guys wanted me to kind of touch more on before we move on to kind of answer any questions or give your team more clarification on things?
I personally don't, but I will post a comment in the chat just in case anybody does.
Okay.
They'll let me know personally. So those of you that are watching, please send me a message to the chat. It's open right now. So if you guys have any questions, I'll go ahead and address that for you. But I'm ready whenever you are.
Well, I actually want to, for what Patrice said for number 6, the second one, then mentioned the $99. I think that's important. Sometimes in the beginning, I'll be like, oh, it's $99, da 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 da, this is what it brings. And people be like, So I think the fact that she does it like opposite might work for a lot of people because you're not scaring them. You're like, okay, it's going to bring 4 wraps, it's going to bring this, it's going to bring that. So when they're like, okay, how much is the cost? And you're like, oh, it's $99, but you're going to pay too much because the builder's kit does bring enough. $99.
Do you guys hear me?
Huh?
Uh-oh. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry. I feel like my computer has a focus.
I hate the ocean, but I hear you.
Okay. That's like my phone charger because like I'm like 2 snaps away from stuff being like, oh my god, we lost her. So I'm just running to get my charger. Here we go.
I think that's better to talk about what it brings and then the price.
Okay.
I have my notes, y'all.
Yeah, for sure. By the way, Patrice, if you can send me the agenda, I did have a couple people request that agenda from me, so I'll forward it out to the Rubies.
Okay.
Because I remember you might have sent it to me, I'm not sure, back when I first started, and I don't have it. I just checked.
Okay, let me go ahead and forward it to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Anytime. So we can go ahead and do the role play, so you guys can hear exactly what I say and how I say it. You ready?
Yeah, are you going to come back?
Yeah, I'm just back now. I'm just stopping. It just takes a little second to start thinking, so I had to go to a different room because we have. So weird.
Oh, thank you. I just got your email.
Okay, I just sent it to you. I wonder why these links aren't working. Okay, let's try this. That's weird. Okay, hold on 1 second for me. I'm having technical difficulties. My lamp, like, maybe the bulb blew out. I'm like, I'm find a fun place to plant. Okay. On the floor we go. Okay.
Go ahead. I'm ready.
So you are going to be the prospect, right?
Correct.
So how do you call as a prospect to ask for more information?
Sorry, say that again.
I was saying you're the prospect, I'm the distributor. So how is, like, what do you guys hear the most often when people call and say, hey, I want more information?
Well, somebody will just say, so tell me a little bit about how this business works. So, okay, I'll just go ahead and ask you the questions then.
Okay, perfect. So I'm excited that you want more information about the business and how everything works. What do you know so far? Like, what you've heard about the business thus far?
Well, I heard about the body wraps, and I've also heard about all the different products that you guys have, like about the greens and stuff like that. And I see that some people are making some really good income, but how are they making that income? I wanted to know more about how I can make extra money and how you make money in this business.
Great, great, great. Well, that's perfect. We actually do make money three different ways. So I'm going to kind of tell you my story and cover in those three ways exactly how I've been able to earn money and how I'd love to help you do the exact same thing. Does that sound good?
Sure.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I'm Patrice. I'm from Baltimore. I'm 26 years old, and I actually started a business because I was in debt. So I went and got my master's degree, accrued over $125,000 in student loan debt, and I found myself living below check to check. I thought that I'd get out of school and get a perfect job and, buy a house and a car, and I couldn't even afford my own groceries. So for me, I never thought that I would do a business like network marketing. I never saw myself as a business owner. Like I thought I was too young. So as I started exploring my options, I actually got invited to a wrap party. So a wrap party is actually a really awesome way that we earn income. When I got invited to the party, I was not looking to be a consultant at all. I actually just wanted to get wrapped. You can actually wrap nails. You guys can probably see. So I just was going because I had love handles that I wanted to tackle. So I went and I actually got amazing results with my first wrap and noticed that the consultant made over 200 bucks just from doing this, just from wrapping people. So I said, okay, well, let me at least ask some questions and see what she has to offer. I learned that she had already made about 600 bucks just wrapping people and earning bonuses, and she really just ran her business from Instagram. I love social media, so I'm like, well, if you can use social media to grow your business and be able to help people look better, feel better, get healthier, I knew it was something that I would want to do. So I researched it for 3 days. I was super nervous, but I did take that leap of faith and start a business. And for me, I'm not sure, have you ever rapped before or this is your first time?
I've never actually tried the wrap before. I wanted to just see more information about it. I'm not sure if it really works. I've just seen pictures on Instagram. And I'm actually a little scared about working my business solely on Instagram. So I needed a little bit of help on that. So I was hoping maybe you
It's
could help.
fine, right? Because for most people, everyone kind of has their preference as to what platform they love or social media in general. So for me, it was exciting because I'm like, I love learning new things. If you're willing to learn, you'll be perfectly fine. Everything in business, everything in life is about learning new things, right? When you started your job, I'm sure they put you through a training course or class to learn more about what you do. So it's the same thing with us. We train you every step of the way. But in terms of the product, I would love to have you try a wrap because that's what made the business make more sense to me. When I finally tried my first wrap, I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing actually works. Like, I feel more comfortable offering this to my family and friends, knowing the product is actually amazing. So I'm more than willing to share my results with you so you can see how the product has changed my own body. But definitely I'm excited for you to actually wrap. You're so skeptical thinking this thing can't work until you actually see your own results.
Do you actually get any wraps in your kit whenever you get started? And how much does it cost to get started? Does it cost anything to join?
Perfect question. So it does. We have a business builder kit that you actually get 4 wraps in it, right? And when I got that kit, I actually wrapped myself because I wanted to see more results, and I actually sold 3. So when I sold those 3, it covered the entire cost of my kit, and I also had clients that I could share with my friends, my family, to say, hey, it didn't just work on me; it actually worked on my family and friends too. So people were really excited to try it. Once I did that, I'm like, all right, cool. Like I went and bought more rap girls from high school I hadn't talked to. I rap folks from college, my coworkers, and I was just so excited that people were like really, really willing to try this. They love their results. And that's how I grew, just from wrapping people. So if you could think of some people who would love a product just like this, then you'll be able to definitely be successful. Because that's all that I did was wrap people who had a problem area, wanted to tighten up their tummy. So for me, I'm not sure if you know my story, but I've actually been retired for almost 2 years now, just doing this business full time. And I love the fact that I can help people like yourself, as skeptical as you may start off to be, build your own dreams. If it's just a couple hundred extra you want a month, or if you want to retire and build a house like I did, you could do either of those with this business.
All right, great. Well, I do have a couple of questions for you. One, I have a full-time job, so it's hard for me to go to meetings. Do you require meetings?
With our calls, we actually have lots of different ways in which you can tune in. I built my business full time. I actually didn't leave my job until I was earning five-figure checks each month. So I built my business usually using conference calls. I use webinars like this one that we're on, but we're not on a call, but webinars like this one. I also was able to use things like YouTube, and then we have a Facebook support group. We have group me support groups. So even though you may be like busy schedule, you definitely have time that we can tune in, learn more about your business. As your mentor, I'm actually also more than happy to tune in with you when you have time to put about the business, learn more one-on-one, answer all of your questions. So if you're willing to dedicate the time to grow your business, we'll definitely make you good things.
Okay, that works. Let me ask you, how long did it take you for you to quit your job and
It
retire?
took me 6 months to quit my job. That's when I replaced my income and felt comfortable coming home. Of course, for everyone, it's different. I busted my butt. You know, I really worked this business. I was really excited about it. I saw people love the product. They love their results. And then my team members were able to come on. If you heard their stories, like I had a girl who came on board who she recently just got divorced, and her husband actually cheated on her, had a baby with someone else, and wiped all their accounts clean. Like took all their savings, ruined her credit. It was really bad. So to be able to help someone like her get enough cash to move into a new apartment, cover her lawyer bills, her court fees and things like that, and even be able to fund she's moving now, so she's able to support her baby. Like you get to work with so many people who need your help. So the harder you're willing to work and serve people like that, the faster you can do as much as you want to do.
Okay, awesome. And how quickly can you move up in this business?
As fast as you want. So you sound pretty ambitious, right? You want to get this thing going? There's no limit. If you want to promote in your business tomorrow, by all means, let's stay up and do it, right? You can literally promote as quickly as you want, as fast as you want, and we have amazing bonuses. So if you were to go Ruby in your first 2 calendar months, at this point we actually have a $1,000 bonus that you would get for doing that, which means that you can take that money, you can pay off bills you've been holding back paying, you can go on a nice vacation, you can get pay off a car note. So that bonus is fantastic, and it's good for people who are driven just like you. So you'll be able to go and get the information that you need. You leave it? Okay, so give me hold on 1 second.
All right.
You want to say hi to the camera? That's Tiffany, my double diamond. And that's Ashley, my diamond. You leave me? Thank you so much. I'll be talking to y'all in the morning. Yeah. They're in here stealing all my stuff. The basement. Yeah. They came with me. Love you. I'm so glad you guys came. They are leaving. We just got back from Jersey today, so they're like, we've been talking about closing distributors and training people and all kinds of stuff. So it's been fun. But now I was saying that I forgot where we were because they came up here.
No, it's okay. I was asking you how quickly I can move up, and you gave me that information. And I was going to tell you about the $1,000. Do I get paid the $1,000 immediately? Is it cut up into different paychecks? How does that work?
Well, that's a great question for someone that may be doing their research, right? So with that bonus, you would actually get $500 in your first check and $500 in your second. So as long as you're maintaining that Ruby, you get those checks, and it's amazing because again, pay off bills, go towards a vacation, go somewhere nice, do whatever you like.
Thank you so much. So for those of you that are watching who have asked me that question, now you know that it's split up within 2 checks because I was unsure. So you get 500 your first commission check, and then you get 500 your other commission check, and that's going to be on top of your commission check, so you guys know. Okay. So tell me a little bit about parties. Do you do parties? I'm actually a little shy to do parties, so I don't know if I want to do them. Can I be successful if I don't do any parties?
So with our business, I love it because we're able to kind of choose our own path. So for me and my story, I actually got recruited through a rap party. I don't think I'd be here if a person never threw a party. Like, I had to be there to witness how the rap actually worked, if the rap actually worked. And what got me excited personally was seeing that the room full of people, they all got results. And I was like, wow, this product must really be awesome if a bunch of strangers all got results. Rap parties are also really awesome because you guys get to earn unlimited income in just rap cash. So like I said, the girl who hosted my party, she made $200 just rapping 8 people. So if she never threw that party, that's my car note. It's $200. So of course it's not required. Nothing in our business is required. Everything's your choice. But if your goal is to move up quickly, like you said, I definitely want to encourage you to be open to learn, to push your comfort zones because there are so many ways in our business to make money, and I definitely don't want you to limit one out of fear. Like, we're worth so much more than being too scared that we don't want to do something or we're too nervous to. You'll grow and learn exactly what to say, and you're probably nervous if you don't know what to say at a party, right? That's just kind of scary.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was also checking the chat real quick to see if anybody had any questions, which they don't. But you did mention that there are 3 different ways to make money. You mentioned Raps Cash. You mentioned something about commissions. What was the third way we make our income?
Third way is bonuses. So the Ruby bonus that we went over is a great example. We also have good bonuses, like what's on my shirt. Good bonuses are from right now from $10,000 all the way through $75,000 for promoting to our leadership levels, which are diamond and above. And most folks are curious about like what's diamond, what's that mean. Every promotion in our company really does come down to our steps to success. So our steps to success include being able to get your first 4 loyal customers and your first 3 distributors. So with loyal customers, what that means to you is that you get to offer your clients a discount just for trying the product monthly for 3 months. And the customers actually get their own customer portal so they can let us know what day works best for them. So it is really easy for you to help spread the word about that. Most folks that want to try the wrap, they want to lose weight. They want to get rid of stretch marks as fast as you can. Everything related does take, 90 days to see true results. So we do give our customers a great discount just for getting the best results from our product. And then having 3 people who want to join the party and have some fun with you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh.
So I think this is something that I may be interested in. I actually have to do some research first. I'm not quite sure if this is something I want to get into yet. I kind of want to think about it.
Absolutely, and also, like I said, while you're doing your research, I would highly encourage you to go ahead and try a wrap. Like, all the skepticism you feel really does come down to, does this thing work, right?
Right.
Exactly. So when you finally try it, you have this confidence of being able to share it with your friends, sharing it with your family, being confident that when you offer this to them, you won't seem crazy, right? That you actually know this product works and you can be trusting that you're helping them and not just selling them something. So I'm going to assume that you're local just for the sake of this conversation, but what I would do with Lily is actually plan to meet up with her to give her some product samples and have her try her first wrap. So I would not want to push someone like you because you're driven. You're talking like a driven person. And I'm driven too. So as a driven person, I would not want to be forced into being a distributor, but I would need to expose, like to touch the product, be exposed to it. So I would follow up with you via wrap appointment and like, hey, if you're free tomorrow after work, if not tomorrow, let's do Wednesday, so we can get you wrapped. And I actually did that with a girl last week who was like, yeah, I think so, but I want to do some more research. So I'm like, let's get you wrapped. So she was like, okay. So I met with her at Buffalo Wild Wings. I brought my party pack. I did the party pack with her. I gave her green tea, the green samples. I gave her an energy drink and a wrap. And we wrapped her and we did all that stuff together. And then when we did the party pack, she was like, sign me up. So she just needed that person-to-person interaction. But you were not the average distributor inquiry, Lily. So calls like that. So what I will do is provide you guys with a typical call that I have. You guys can actually see why I act what I act and kind of get a feel for the flow of conversation. You can hear a more realistic example of like what the average person wants to know, what they're scared of. But for Lily, it was really just listening to what she was asking that she wasn't asking. She kept saying she was skeptical, but that's because she never tried to rap before. So I wasn't taking that personal. It was just, hey, I understand. Like, I was skeptical too until I tried it. So just I'm making sure she knew, like, I understand where you are, but we can fix it by having you rap.
Right. I remember when I was actually first starting with you, I gave you a horrible time. I asked you a million questions, and I was like, but auto shipment, but why do I have to have an auto shipment? Do I have to have one every month? But why?
I promise you, and that's the thing that I always want to remind you of, was like, I did not let you get off the phone until you signed up. You know, I kept asking questions, you kept asking questions. I'm standing in the Verizon File store on the phone with you like, yeah, because I didn't care where I was. I said, I'm not letting her get off the phone until she's a distributor, because I knew that with the questions you were asking, you were ready. You were just scared. And I wanted to make sure that you felt that you'd be successful and that it was a great decision and everything. So with you, I just didn't let you off the phone. Because you knew Stephanie and you knew that Stephanie said the product worked. So you didn't have the fear of it, does it work? You weren't skeptical of that. So I knew that you were ready.
Yeah, absolutely. The reason I was interested was because Stephanie told me that they worked, and I knew it was something that I needed because I had gained so much weight, and I was really interested in trying something to help me. And at the same time, since she told me it really worked well for her, I said, you know, maybe I could do this as a business and share with my Mary Kay clients. And I remember I was telling you Mary Kay was my full focus, but not anymore.
Not anymore. For a full year, you've been here.
Absolutely. And if it wasn't for this company, I wouldn't be in the situation I am now. This company has definitely changed my life. So I could basically say, you've changed my life. Thank you so much. And one of the main reasons I joined was because you were a triple diamond, and I knew that you would help me. So what I want to bring out to you guys is, if you're sharing the distributor program with people, make sure that they feel comfortable with you, comfortable with the team, know that they're going to get trained by us, know that they're going to get help by us. So if for any reason, you know, you have me, Dawn, I almost said Javi and Dawn at the same time.
Dawn's there now. Can you hear us, Dawn?
You have me, you have Dawn, you have Stephanie, you also have Patrice. You know, we are your teachers, and if you need us to be on a conference call with your potential distributors to get them more comfortable into signing up to the team because they have questions, they have fear, they're not sure if they're going to get help, get us on the phone and we'll be more than happy to help you. That's why we're doing these opportunity calls every single week. Our next opportunity call is actually going to be on Friday at 7:00 p.m. and we are here to help you guys. So I'm going to ask Stephanie and Javi some questions that will help you guys with clothing. Hello, Javi.
Hi, guys. There's actually some questions in chat right now, so let me ask those before they get away from us, okay? First question is, Tracy, I guess this is for Tracy, I believe. Do you wrap potential distributors for free?
I don't. So I let them know that I actually, it's going to be $25. I have a coupon form. So I do make sure that they do try it. But when I say, you know, I'd love to get you wrapped, I actually have a coupon just for you. So we can get you wrapped. You can try it for cheaper. But I would love for you to try it before you get started.
Perfect.
Okay. Let's see. The next question is, do we mention at the moment when we are offering or explaining about the opportunity how the product volume works, and what is the best way to talk about auto shipment and personal bonus volume. So I'm assuming the question is more so, are you speaking on those details at the time where you're speaking to a potential about the opportunity?
That's a great, I'm glad they asked that, right? Because we
excellent question.
Right. Great question. We're scared that if we don't inform someone of something, that we're not being a good consultant, right? We get really scared that we're not being full-fledged or thorough. But in all actuality, I'm going to be completely honest, you would run my butt off. If you started telling me too much information about BV, PDV, volume, charting, even though you may feel like you're being, informative, that's not the right information for that time in the conversation. So in that initial conversation that me and Lily just had, we didn't get to the point where she was signing up. So information about auto ships, about BV, PV, it wasn't relevant. What was relevant at that time in our conversation was getting the wrap on. And when she said, I'm ready to get started, I'm like, awesome. So we're going to get your tickets out to you. You have some options definitely to help you be most successful in your business. Then I cover the auto shipment and how that works and everything. That's not a prospect conversation. That's I'm signing up right now conversation.
All right, awesome. Now, I have a question for you, which I think we covered the last time we spoke, that I think you should tell everybody. Before you get off the phone, you cover fear. Explain to everybody how you cover fear before the person gets off the phone.
Great. So that was a breakthrough. That's something that I just started doing in the last maybe like 6 months or so. I realized that a lot of folks were fearful, but they aren't telling you. You're like, do you have any questions? Anything I can answer for you? They're like, no, I'll sign up in 3 months. Based on what I hear. So I'm like, okay, so awesome. Well, if you don't have any other questions, like, I just wanted to check back in and make sure we covered everything. Because for me, I was super scared to start a business like this. Like, I thought I didn't have enough friends to be successful in this. And they're like, yeah, I was scared of that too, and I don't have enough friends for this. Or they'll start going into the fears that they have, whereas you need to ask them, like, are you scared, or, what's going on? But you think about being transparent and being what's coming in your own experiences. So when I tell them that I was scared of that, they're like, okay, I'm going to be open with her back and let her know what I'm scared of. So when I ask that question, we start talking about the fears and the hesitations that you guys may hear as, I'll sign up on payday, because they're still getting off the phone super scared and super fearful of being a distributor for things you guys did not yet cover of no fault of your own. And so people, just like the example I gave Lily, I'll give another one. If you're mad at your boyfriend, or you're mad at your girlfriend, you're mad at your best friend, like one of Corey's best friends is pissed off with her other best friend right now, and did not tell her why. I'm like, why didn't you tell her? Well, she should know. And people do things like that where they're upset and just don't say it. So don't be frustrated with that. People just don't always say what they're feeling, and it just takes you going down on their level and saying, I understand where you might be here, for them to say, I am joking right now. And the other narrative that really was unfortunately, like for me, I used to live in a really rough part of town when I was on my own when I moved out. I got a studio apartment near John Hopkins, and you guys may think John Hopkins, like, I'm a Tony girl. I said, I'm going to move to John Hopkins. It's going to be so, like, cheap. And it was not cheap. Don't move to John Hopkins. It's a lot of, like, drug issues in that area of town. And it's a lot of homeless people there, too. And that breaks my heart because I'm a psychologist and I went to school to help people who are homeless. I'm giving money, and then eventually I'm just like, they're using the money to get high again. I'm watching it happen in my eyes. So you guys know when you come to a period where you see someone else, you feel bad. You say, I don't have any money. And for me, I did it by going to healthcare for the homeless and donating to a cause that will help them. But I would tell them, like, I don't have it because I don't want you to go get hired. I watched them yesterday. So we tell people all the time when your friends are going out, like, you don't want to go out. Oh, girl, I don't have any money. I can't afford to go out. It happens, right? And you just tell them. So keep in mind, like, if people see they don't have the money, it just means they don't see the value. they don't see the purpose in doing what they're asked to do at that moment, which means there's a lack of understanding. People will always say no because they don't fully understand. So if you didn't give them a full understanding of what they're doing to close, they will tell you no and blame it on money.
Okay, perfect. Now, another thing that I wanted you to cover was when is the best time to talk to a loyal customer? It was the question. When is the best time to talk to a loyal customer about the distributor program?
I love to chat with them about that around month 2. So I do my 2x2 customers 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, right? So 2 days later, as they sign up, I find out they have any questions for me. What the package is in the way. It reminds me of tracking. In 2 weeks, I'm like, hey girl, how are you loving your product? You know, are you seeing results? Is everything cool? Making sure that they're satisfied. In 2 months, I'm like, hey, we're coming up on your last shipment. You know, are you loving everything? Are you meeting your own goals? In that same conversation, I'm like, if you're loving the product, I think this is an amazing distributor because you can just share what you love about the product now with your friends and family. So for me personally, I do month 2 because they've used consistently for 2 months. They're almost in month 3. We're going to be finishing up. So at that point, they have enough experience in the product. They could be a really awesome distributor.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Not sure if there's any other questions. Dawn, do you have any questions? You're still on mute, by the way.
My computer is broke.
Oh, you look cool with the glasses.
We can't hear you.
Uh-oh.
We can't hear you. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. My computer is broke. Like, if I showed you what it looked like, it's hanging on by a thread. Let's see. The only other question that was still in chat was, how do you handle a person that's not sure after several months they keep telling you that they're undecided?
Undecided people, I would say get the wrap on them, for one. Because for me, I would never have joined the business if I never used the product. Just me personally, if I never knew for sure it worked, I would always be unsure. I would always be undecided. For someone that I haven't asked the serious part, like we talked about before, they may be undecided because they're fearful of something they haven't shared with you. They may be fearful they don't have enough friends, enough money, enough time. So if you guys haven't had that conversation about time, money, having friends, building a network, what it looks like to really be a business owner, that might be what's holding them back because they are still nervous about things they haven't told you. And then there are some people who, like, I went to talk to a girl last week. She went through, she told me her whole real life story, how all 4 of her kids got conceived and born. I'm talking about everything. So she told me everything, and she was so nervous, so I told her pray on it. But, you know, for her, she's going to just have to keep watching me because we covered all of her fears. She knows how fear's been holding her back her whole life, never spoken, but she's just not ready to commit. I don't want someone to join my team if they're still living in fear completely. So they're not going to really be able to be the best distributor for you. So that's kind of what I would do for that.
All right, awesome. Thank you. Stephanie, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm just cooking.
All right. Do you have any questions?
I mean, no. I don't have any questions for Patrice.
Is she making spaghetti? That's my favorite.
No, I'm making
What are you
chicken.
cooking?
What are you making?
Chicken?
Nice.
Chicken?
Chicken?
Get some of that group.
$5 for chicken? And some avocado.
Yummy, yummy.
Thinking about making guacamole.
All right, awesome. So I guess we're covered. Patrice explains how to talk to a potential distributor, how to close a potential distributor. Just to recap, you want to make sure you're saying your story while you're getting in on it. You can even say, you know, why you joined if you're so new and you're so excited because you want to earn this $1,000 bonus, or you want to earn your $10,000 diamond bonus. Whatever reason it is that you decided to join, share that in your iStory. What was the purpose? You know, were you living in a location you didn't want to live? Were you unable to pay your rent? Did you get laid off from your job? Did you need to make extra income because your husband lost his job, or you just had a baby and you can't afford it, and you need to maintain that child, so you joined because of that. You know, put in there the reasons why you signed up into this business and how this business has changed your life so far. And if you're really new, just basically use someone else as an example. I know that when I first started, I always used Patrice as an example as to how great she did in the business and why I joined her team and how much money she was making. And people are like, oh my God, $10,000 a month? How do you make that much money? So, you know, that's pretty much what I did when I first started, because I didn't make a commission that I was excited about. So I used somebody else's example. And if I ever needed to get her on the phone so that they can hear who she really was, she was always available to help me on the phone. So you have us, your leaders, to help you. You have me, you have Dawn, you have Stephanie, you have Patrice. You know, we're here to help you grow. So if you guys need us, just let us know. So I guess that's it for the webinar. Does anyone else want to say anything?
Thank you guys all for being here.
Yeah, I think we're good. I guess there's one thing I want to say.
Okay, go ahead.
I do have one thing I want to say.
Go ahead.
Don't let your warm market scare you. Friends and family always say no. They I don't know what it is. Sometimes they might not just support you yet. So if you can get outside of your warm market, you might blow yourself away. I know I did.
That's so true.
I knew my family and friends wouldn't support me because of my art business, so I immediately went for cold market and got 9 distributors. I blew myself away. I did not think I was going to do that, guys. I was like, I'm never going to sign a distributor at all. And yeah, so don't let the fact that your friends and family and cousins and neighbors and mailmans and vets and all those people tell you no. Might be the people you don't know. I'm ready.
Our favorite brands, our favorite restaurants, McDonald's, Starbucks, Nordstrom, they don't make money because they have friends and family buying every day. It's from complete strangers. So if you guys want to make this business your source of income, you got to fall in love and make new friends every day. That's a great thing.
You'll never survive on the friends and family you know, even if they all buy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I could tell you, my friend Tiffany, who was with me in Mary Kay, she didn't join my team until I went diamonds. My cousin didn't join my team until she saw me make $4,000 a month, and I had to literally show her proof of my bank account because she thought it was $4,000 towards products. I was like, no, it's actually money. So definitely, your friends and family some of them won't support you in the beginning until they see you move up, because they can say, hey, she did it or he did it, I can do it too. So sometimes that's what happens. But definitely 90% of my business, Dawn's business, Patrice's business, Stephanie's business is all through Instagram. I'm telling you, we'll all say the same thing to you. Work your Instagram page. So I'm just going to go down the line. Javi, how many Instagram pages do you have?
9, baby.
Patrice, how many Instagram pages do you have?
I actually had to have you guys remind me how many I have, because someone will say, I found your other page today. I'm like, I forgot I was working that. I think I have about 10. And I'm still finding ones that I made. I'm like, yeah, I do have that. I forgot that login. Thanks for reminding. So it's probably more. So it's sad, but we work it. And honestly, in terms of followers that I have, somewhere close to 100,000 across the board. So definitely that's what's bringing in the inquiries. It's the law of large numbers. Only 10% are gonna say yes. Try a wrap, become a loyal customer, become a distributor, do a party, refer a friend. So if you guys are talking to 10 people a month, you're only gonna get one maybe, one yes. And you can't live off of one yes. So definitely get those numbers up.
Awesome. And Stephanie, how many Instagram pages do you have?
1. She works the crap out of it. That's why she got
You sure do.
Really hard. So tell everybody
Here's my Instagram.
how many distributors have you obtained this month so far in the last 13 days?
About 5.
And how many loyal customers have you obtained last month and this month?
Well, I actually have almost 40 LCs just myself, and I had 20 in January. So between January and now, I have like 15, and that's it. I made sure that all my team had their LCs to be qualified for the 120. So I hustle, I work. I'm cooking, I'm working, I'm rapping.
I love it. I love it.
Doing what I have to do, you know. I start school now, and I'm not going to be working anymore, and I have to supplement my income. You know, if the raps weren't working, I wouldn't be rapping my back.
Hey, we're good. Rap. Get off.
So I work my Instagram though. My Instagram I only have one, but I work the fuck out of it. So
There's the F-bomb.
I work it.
He does, though.
I follow people. I comment. I try to make it fun. I try to make it hip. If I'm out in meetings with my team, I post it. They don't be like, who's that weird girl who always posts a picture, but we don't know who she is, what she does. Is this even real life? Does she have friends? So I try to incorporate my team in it because my team and we're really close to our team, so we try to incorporate that. But yeah, I try to work as much as I can.
Awesome, awesome. And I have 2 Instagram pages. I'm working on my 3rd one, and I work as much as I can on that. Most of you know that I do work in my business anywhere between 3 and 6 hours every single day, especially after work. And I'm single now, so I work until I go to sleep. I'm working on my triple diamond, and then I'm presidential thereafter. So I mean, definitely, it's all about working social media. If you don't have time to go out there and blitz, then work your social media. It's all about adding people, adding pictures, commenting on other people's photos, sending direct messages, interacting with them. And we did talk about this last week, so I won't bore you with the same thing. But definitely, you see, your leaders are working Instagram, so that's something you may want to get into as well. And all of our new distributors have been coming from Instagram. So definitely work on that. So I hope everybody has a great evening. Thank you again to the leaders who came on tonight to help train the team. I hope you soon-to-be Rubies are excited about week 2. And I hope you guys have a great night. Bye, everybody.
Good night. Good night.